already here.
Sandrislo, Wales, January 23rd, 1974. Late in the evening, this quiet rural village in the Berwyn Mountains is rocked by an enormous explosion. 14-year-old Hugh Lloyd is in his home watching television when he feels the impact, and then receives call after call from his neighbors, most claiming to have seen an incredibly bright light falling from the sky and then glowing on the mountainside. Today, Hugh Lloyd still works on his father's ranch in Sandrislo.
Are you Hugh?
Yeah?
Ancient astronaut theorist Georgios Tsoukalos and Nick Pope, a former UFO investigator for the British Ministry of Defense, met up with Hugh to get his take on what really happened that night.
Can you tell us your experience?
Well, I was home with my two sisters and my neighbour. We were basically watching television, and there was this, like a thud. And next thing, the whole place started shaking quite violently. You know, this like an earth tremor. And then we were all a bit stunned. We'd never experienced anything like that before. And next thing, we went outside just to check that the cattle and animals were okay. Got back in the house, and the phone started ringing. It was all neighbours and things, you know, saying, what the hell was that? Are you okay? You put the phone down, and another neighbour would phone.
Your neighbors called you to ask you if you're okay, so they pretty much had similar experiences?
Oh, yes, yeah.
So you're not the only one?
No.
And you were
14
years old?
Yeah.
How did your parents react?
Well, they went home, they were in the next village, and they'd felt it there as well.
And what time of evening was this?
It was roughly 20 to 9.
So, you know, some people have suggested that, well, it was nothing else but an earthquake.
Yeah.
Which I don't subscribe to this idea, but have you had any earthquakes around here?
Nothing like that, no. But at the time, they were trying to say that the lights people had seen were people with, what do you call them, lamping, you know, after foxes and rabbits.
You saw that light, and it was much, much brighter than people lamping.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something almost blinding.
Well, I've never seen a light like it before, and I've never seen anything like it since.
Wow.
According to ancient astronaut theorists, what really happened in the Berwyn Mountains that night was the crash of an extraterrestrial spacecraft that was retrieved and taken to Rutland.